Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Clay Knives and we are back. I have adjusted some settings within the game menu. I've taken Perform's advice, the performance settings down to the lowest possible capabilities. It seems the problem is Windows 7 is actually too fast and crashes the game. So if the game is running at the lowest settings, it should slow it down sufficiently enough to be able to play, or the highest performance settings for the game. I tested this by solving the insect puzzle off screen. I did not use an FAQ, I solved it and it took me a little while and the game did not crash. So based on that, we are going to continue and see if we can get through this section. After I solved the insect puzzle, I got a tip to go talk to our buddy, this guy.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried. I thought something terrible might happen to you at the furnace, especially since your memory is gone.
No, I don't remember much of anything. I wouldn't even know my own name if you hadn't told me.
Every Cyclopean child knows the name of Grimwall. You're the great hero of the War of the One.
Oh, some information. What is the war?
War of the One. Can you tell me about it?
Oh my. You are confused, aren't you? The War of the One was a pivotal point in the history of our people. For years, we had fought the insectoids, neither side gaining ground as the planet was ravaged by countless battles. The Makers, creators of all and of nothing, watched silently for many years before taking action. They spoke to the leaders of both sides through grand visions, declaring that there was to be one final battle for supremacy. The victor would rule the planet, and the defeated race would be forced underground, never to return to the surface again.
We won?
Yes, thanks to you. You destroyed nearly a third of the
What?
troops, all by yourself.
Well, that's a very interesting thing to not remember. Well, how did we win?
If we won, then why are these things back above ground?
No one really knows. Actually, no one really believed the story of the War of the One, or thought that there were any insectoids. Until now.
How can you say that if I won the war and you know who I am?
That evil machine will be silent for a while.
Evil? It's just a furnace, isn't it?
The thing was burning children, Graven. Cyclopean children.
What? But how can this be? Gromna would never allow such a thing to happen.
Where is Gromna?
Gromna. That's the name the bugs were using at the furnace. They said he's giving the orders to burn the children's bodies.
That's absurd. He's my mentor, a brilliant entomologist. He'd never...
What?
Entomologist. He's our foremost specialist on insects. That's why the Peace Council chose him for this mission.
And the mission?
Mission? What mission? What the hell is going on here?
We were sent here to examine this hive a few months ago. We were captured, but Gromna convinced the Queen to put aside her
He
plans
turned,
of
you
conquest
stupid
and negotiate
fuck.
a peace treaty. Since then, it's been peaceful for both sides. In fact, tomorrow is the day that both leaders will meet to sign the treaty.
This is absurd.
I tell you it's true, Graven. Something is terribly wrong here, and I think that this Gromna person is somehow involved. You must help me.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Not unless you have some physical proof to back up these wild accusations.
Very well. If proof is what you want, then that's what you'll get.
Now,
Take my advice. That harness you're wearing won't get you past every security device. You might want to see the cyber technician for an upgrade.
hold on. The insectoids fought against us. The Makers declared one final battle, which I was involved in. I killed a third of the insects and was a legendary mythological hero. No one really believed this war took place. After the war, centuries later, some of the insectoids rose. Gromna went to them, negotiated a peace treaty, and now some are working within to stop the Hive. The Cyclopean children are being burned, and now I have returned. From where? So pixelated all these settings. Shit. Can't have the game crash again.
Password. Grep. Entry denied.
Save game.
Save it.
Return to game.
Alright. The cyber technician. Is it this guy? Yes.
Who are you?
TikTok. Cybernet technician.
What?
What is your function?
To integrate cybernetic enhancements to the flesh.
Who designed these robotics?
Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty.
Where is he?
He is within the Queen's chambers. Since it is a
He's
eve of
turned.
retribution, there is much preparation required. His plan must be executed perfectly.
The Eve?
Eve of Retribution?
Yes.
Are your memory pathways in need of service? The eve of retribution is known by us all. As of tomorrow, we will return to our rightful position as the dominating race of the planet. Under the guise of peace, we shall collect a debt that has been unpaid for decades.
What is the plan?
What plan do you speak of?
Your memory bank must be fluctuating. Gromna has seen the error of his kind's ways, and has come to aid us in our desire for revenge. With his gift of cybernetics, we shall once again rule the surface.
These stories are batshit crazy. This is based on a comic book I read as a child. This is what is in Steve Bear's mind. This game is about my old boss, Steve Bear. This is what's in his head. Comic books, his sister's sexual fetishes, and metaphors for burning and dying children. This is what's in his mind. What's the gift?
How will this gift aid us? Are we not mighty enough to conquer the Cyclops without them?
Without the speed of cybernetics, we would be vulnerable to the nuclear fire which the enemy
Of course.
controls, incinerated before we even reach the city. But with the aid of cybernetics, we will be swarming within the walls.
That's
of
all
the
you
capital
need.
Before their hands can even reach the launch button. The dawn will bring the age of the insectoid. It is inevitable.
Sounds perfectly reasonable. Tell me about the upgrade.
I require my ID harness.
He's gonna
to be
want
upgraded.
something.
Upon whose authorization will I grant this procedure?
You
You delay in your response. I am busy. Return when you can produce the proper authorization.
You just spilled the entire plan. The entire plan. I'm gonna make this the most boring video everywhere. I'm just gonna sit here and not talk. What is the
I
upgrade?
require my ID harness to be upgraded.
Upon whose you delay.
Fine. What's down here? What is this? This looks...
A great machine of some sort. Its size alone speaks of untold
They
power.
talk so slow in this game.
A great... The bridge seems flimsy.
I'm not clicking on the fucking bridge.
Strange. They seem to mark an entrance to nowhere. A slit. The furnace operator's mechanical limb.
Let's try and click on this guy.
No, not now. No,
Perhaps one of these is physical proof. Let us try and use this.
I can't use that here.
Don't have the password for that room. Can we use this? That's the Queen's Chamber.
No, not now.
Well, suffice it to say, I'm a little bit stumped. Alright. What are we missing?
Some kind of scanning unit. Some kind of scanning
Well,
unit.
can I use something in the scanning unit?
That would harm even me.
No. I need authorization for the upgrade. But he won't give it to me.
Grap.
I hate it when he says grab. I find that very annoying.
The insects are bumping a bellows to control the furnace. Bugs flying up that tube. Where does it
Oh,
lead?
wait a minute. There's a passage up here?
Bugs flying.
Can I get up there? Can I catch the bug?
I can't that. No.
Can I sledgehammer the bug? No.
No.
I can't get up the tube. I'm a fat fuck. Well, I am a little bit stumped here.
That would I can't.
Something is missing. I guess let us talk to Graven again. Perhaps another conversation path. It's exciting. Asshole. Yes.
Graben, TikTok requires authorization to
TikTok.
upgrade my
2
ID
hours of
cards.
group meeting to come up
Who
with
can
that
do
name.
that?
Normally, Gromna is the only one who can authorize such upgrades. But with the increased activity in the Queen's chambers, he remains there almost exclusively.
Yes.
I think we can fool TikTok if I make my position sound important enough.
What should I say?
Tell him that your authorization comes from Graben, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty. That should do it.
They're just fetching me. This is ridiculous. Give me authorization, bat, bug, buck. Upgrade.
I require my... Graben, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty.
Graben! Hold while I search my databanks for confirmation.
Search them.
My records indicate that Graben is the assistant to Gromna. However, his authorization alone is not enough. I will need to verify that you are of sufficient age to be placed within the Royal Guard. Proceed to limb scanner for positive age identification.
Alright, that's the scanner, which we will obviously use the limb on.
Age requirements verified. Upgrade authorized. Step forward to have ID harness upgraded. Prepare for upgrade treatment.
Alright, easily enough. And cutscene. What is this?
Treatment? What treatment?
A treatment. They found a way to slow down the disease. It says here that a Dr. Morgan was ultimately responsible for developing the DNAV treatment. Didn't you study with the Dr. Morgan back in med school?
I was still a sophomore when he earned his doctorate.
Well, the treatment's called HOPE. It's supposed to decelerate the growth of the DNAV, almost doubling the lifespan of affected children.
The Aztecs found a way to survive the plague of Quetzalcoatl without conventional modern medicine. Well, hey, if Morgan is close to a cure, a true cure, then maybe he can use another set of hands. Maybe it's time to pack up here and go home.
Can't concentrate. Rap.
Alright. We have the authorization for the Queen's Chambers. Is that correct? Yes. So let's go.
Royal Guard class confirmed. Enter.
Thank you.
Yes! By the Maker! These are Cyclops babies!
Dr. Morgan? What test is this?
Ah, Max. You're just in time. This is a test of the subject's threshold. The serum will travel directly to the neurotransmitters of the brain and without actually harming the monkey, cause it to feel excruciating pain all over its body.
What? Well, that's not an experiment. It's torture! What possible purpose?
When you outrank me in lab years, Max, you can question the methods. I see the potential fruits of our research, and that justifies the means. A valuable lesson in scientific research, Max. In layman's terms, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
I want to know what's going on with Dr.
Don't
Morgan.
understand. No, my strength will break the bottle. I need something to cut it free. Grap. This Cyclops is half bug.
Well, I do have the tools.
Now what? No, my scrap.
I have the tools.
Now what? No. No. Come on. Come on. No.
Why can't I use the tools here? I like the design of the bugs down here, though they look rather nice. So, he's merging to one race. And somehow this makes...
I can't use... Grab us. Hit. No. No luck. No, my strength will break the bottle. I need something to cut it free. Grab.
I have the tools!
No luck. There. No, that's... Huh. That would harm even me.
Come now.
That won't solve anything.
What am I missing? I have the tools.
No, my strength will break the bottle. I need something to cut it free. Grab.
Let me go talk to Nebulous. What's up here? I need to go talk to Nebulous down here. Asshole. I gotta be missing an item.
I can't do that.
Can I get in?
Password.
Grap.
Entry denied.
How in the hell? Ugh. What am I missing? Pick anything up.
An insectoid pincher. The edges are sharp.
Alright. They're getting lazy. This whole section is just a fetch quest. Go.
Cyclops babies! In bottles?
Alright, now I suppose we'll take this back to the asshole. I have proof.
I brought you the proof you asked for, Graven. Are you going to help me?
By the Makers. Yes, of course. I suppose we should search Gromna's pod. Come on. I have his globe code.
Yes, let us use his globe code. Because this game is making the most logical sense. This is even worse than the last Let's Play.
Password.
Grap.
Entry denied.
Graven, the code.
What's the globe code, Graven?
Immortal. That's the word to unlock the door.
Password.
Immortal.
Enter.
Alright, very well then. Here is his room. Not very impressive for a future dictator, though I do think
What are
he's
those?
fucking those
They
aphids.
appear to be schematics of some kind. Judging by the shape and general mass, I'd say they were diagrams of the Great
That
Machine.
narrows it
Great
down.
machine. What's
Ow.
that?
It's the huge round piece of machinery that sits on the edge of the hive. Some say it was left there by the makers themselves. Others think that it's a power source of some type.
Who wrote
It
this?
used to emit a weird humming noise, but now it remains silent.
What?
According to these notes, 2 parts may have been removed to aid the insectoids. I need to visit the Great Machine and see for myself.
Well... Are you serious?
Mutilated grubs. What is Gromna doing with them?
Is Gromna a metaphor for Professor
This pillow appears to be rather lumpy.
Professor Morgan? I think so, and I guess...
Aha!
Oh.
A key. A key. A locked cabinet. I suspect that the traitor keeps something important.
It's so important that he kept his key under the pillow.
Grap. A locked cabinet. I suspect that the traitor keeps something important within. A A control device. It seems to be generating an odd sound.
Let's take it. So important,
A sound
he left the
generator.
key underneath his pillow.
Bugs will kneel before immortal Gromna.
Playing both sides, are we, Gromna?
Gromna's notes. They say that the sound generator will open the worm transport tube. These designs, I do not understand.
I appreciate the animation of you not understanding them. I don't know where our buddy went. Oh, here it is. What are you doing?
Have you figured out the purpose of the machine?
Part of it. But I need time to properly study it. Gromna has removed 2 pieces from it. Generators of some kind. I need to attach the missing pieces to get the machine running again. Unfortunately, only Gromna knows where they are.
Let's throw up a save.
Save game.
This is a strange game. I'm gonna go on the record with that.